You're listening to CBC Online at cbchs.org.
3-2-1, CBC Online with CBC football coach Scott Pingel. And coach, a lot of hard work coming your way with the end of year awards with the players. Talk about some of the All-State awards and some of the awards that you guys have gotten this year.
Yeah, Bert Birdsall and Ariana Penn got first team All-State from both the riders and the coaches. And Zach Trenier got first team from the riders, and Tyler Kreth got second team along with Jonathan Parker from the riders for second team All-State quarterback and running back. So, the guys did a great job. We had a great turnout, with our CBC representatives, and I couldn't be prouder of the guys right now.
And Zach Trenier, he was named the Defensive Player of the Year for the MCC, which was a pretty tall honor. He had some pretty good teams in the MCC this year. Talk about Zach. He really kind of opened a lot of eyes this year.
Yeah, Zach was the heart and soul of our defense. He was intense. He flew around. He made tackles. He made plays. He got everyone excited. He's going to be a tough one to replace. I'm excited about his future. He's going to go to Ohio State and play lacrosse, but he'll be a tough one to replace next year.
Now, as we look back on the season, 11-1, and what a run! I mean, we had some great games, and certainly ended a little tough for you. Talk about that last game. I don't think you've really had a chance to really kind of talk about the last game and kind of what happened with her.
Yeah, it really started out well for us. We put 14 on the board. We shut them down 2 times in a row. They it was a real football game for the first half. It was 14-14 at half. There was good defense on both sides of the ball, and then basically there was about a 4-minute span that Met got the better of us, and put up 21 quick points, and then from there we were just passing the baton back and forth, scoring touchdowns, but we never really could catch them. We got within 14 one time, and it just kind of got away from us at the end.
But as you look at the season as a whole, again, I mean, what a run. I mean, you guys were 11-0 going into that game, just really dominating a lot of opponents and beating some pretty good teams. You beat Francis Howell, who was in the state championship game. Talk about the season as a whole. I mean, you had to have a lot of positives.
Oh, without a doubt, it had a lot of positives. And I saw that right away. I think we really overachieved a little bit. I think that maybe our ranking was predicated on what we did last year, but I thought our guys came to fight each and every night. Practices were fun. We had great tempo this year. Everything about this year was a lot of fun. We fell a little short of our goals, but only 6 people right now are happy at the end of the year, and we're going to continue working and try to get better next year.
One thing that kind of got lost in the playoff shuffle is you guys got a chance to see a new team, Rittner, and it's kind of neat that the playoffs are allowing new teams to kind of rise through the ranks. And talk about just how the face of high school football has been changing. You see a lot of programs on the rise now.
Oh, without a doubt. I think especially at our level, Class 6, you don't see too many games where you can circle on the schedules. Yeah, we can probably get this one. Every year you see those Class 6 teams. It's going to be a dogfight, and you don't really know what's going to happen until you play the game. And usually injuries play a big part in Class 6, and luckily for us, we've been pretty healthy the last couple of years.
Now, you have to say something about Blue Springs. I mean, they really were the class of the class. I mean, they really put it to DeSmet, and in the finals, they took it to Francis Howell. Talk about football on that side of the state. I mean, that is still a big hurdle for us St. Louis teams to cross.
Oh, without a doubt. I think we're trying to measure ourselves towards what they can do. I got to meet Coach Kelly Donahue at the state convention, and what a great guy. I mean, I want to be like Coach Donahue as far as what he personifies, what he is as far as a person. He does great things with the X and O's, but he just seems like a really, really great person.
And as you looked at the CBC record books, we had a couple records broken by your junior quarterback, Tyler Kreth. Percentage completion in the season, in the game, and then the number of completions in a year. We talked about Tyler, his growth, but he really kind of showed a lot of people some things this year.
Yeah, he really did great things for us this year. He really ran the offense well. He got the ball distributed well. We had a lot of guys with catches and touches. So, I thought Tyler did a great job. And, I think he got Coach Mickler's completion percentage record that's been up there for about 50 years. So, I think it's a pretty exciting time for him.
Now, as you look to next year, I mean, you had some juniors come up and play well. Your running back situation, you're pretty stocked there, but you are going to lose, like I said, the 3 All-Staters right there with Tenier, Birdsall, and AP, and certainly throughout the roster you're going to lose a lot of seniors. How do you rebuild? What are you looking at for next year? I know you talked about being in the weight room just yesterday.
Well, I think anytime you lose seniors, we lost 18 this year. You got holes to fill. And you're always trying to make sure you got backups ready and people with some experience playing. These guys played a lot for the last 2 years, so it's going to be definitely tough to replace this core of 2013s. But the good thing about being at CBC, you got guys that are hungry, the guys that understand the tradition around here, and guys that are ready to step up, and it's their turn now.
Now, one thing CBC football really was very explosive offensively. You guys were throwing the ball downfield. You had a great downfield game. Is any of that going to change with the loss of some of your players, or how do you adjust that?
I think every year you go into the summer, you try to evaluate your talent, and then through your talent evaluation, you kind of predicate on what you can or can't do. And we're going to look at what we have. We got some great running backs coming back. We got some great receivers coming back on offense. So hopefully Tyler can remain hot a little bit and keep playing the way he did. And defense, we're going to have a lot of young guys playing, but they're pretty good ball players right now, and hopefully they'll get better.
Now, talk about the season from your standpoint as a coach. How did you grow? You had a lot of expectations. You carried that #1 ranking all season. It had been a little bit of pressure, but how about you? How did you kind of react to it, and what are some areas you want to improve on?
Well, I think that each time you're put in this situation, you get a little bit better. You understand how to deal with it a little bit better. But I would say the thing that I'd like to really grow on is making sure that we're building from week to week. I think sometimes we were pretty happy being CBC and we rested on our laurels. But I think that I want to keep building, get stronger, and keep that hunger each week because, we kind of lost a little bit during the middle of the season. We found it towards the end. But, I want to keep that momentum going in each week.
And finally, we talked a little bit about Francis Howell, and you obviously are very good friends with Coach Brian Coco up there. The St. Louis side of the state, you definitely have seen some improvements that we're going to get that title here pretty soon. Do you feel that?
Well, I think that, that's our goal each and every year, and I think we're a little disappointed when we don't get it. But, last year we lost by 3. Coach Coke ran into a buzzsaw in Blue Springs. But I think we're getting closer, and as long as we keep pounding on each other, I think something special will happen here eventually.
Again, that's CBC football coach Scott Pingel, 11-1 this past season, and a lot of players getting postseason awards. So, Coach, congratulations, and we'll talk to you throughout the season.
Great, thanks.
CBC, Men for Tomorrow, Brothers for Life.